Good afternoon. I'm Ashley and I'm here to give you your perfect wedding experience. Like I said, we can definitely tweak anything in this presentation, anything you'd like to change. I am up for anything. This is just kind of a preset with your budget that I wanted to go through with you. We are going to be getting into your venue, DJ, reception, cake, food, photographer, anything and everything needed on the wedding day. And I'm here 100% 24/7 for you to go forward with this event. I am all in, wholehearted, love doing this. So here I am, and let's dive in. First, we have your budget. I have down that you want to spend $20,000 or less. Completely understand, perfect budget area for this area of the United States in South Dakota. I had budgeted originally $18,600, and that was just a projected of what I knew from these venues, pictures, things like that, looking on their websites. And then I kind of contacted them and got more of a contracted price to be set for what we would possibly want with a little leeway. So just to be safe, we're looking at $17,000 for the complete wedding. Once again, that's a little wiggle room just to have for anything that pops up, anything like that. I would rather be safe than sorry in this event. First, we have your venue. It is the Hilton Garden Inn, downtown Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Gorgeous location. Brand new built a couple years ago. Probably only been there about 3 or 4 years. It is right on the river. Amazing to work with. One thing I love about this venue, they do not allow your guests in the actual room until your social hour is over. Love this because they are just as surprised and in awe at the same time you are coming in. Excuse me. They let them in about maybe 15-20 minutes before you get there so they can sit down, find a seat, all of that. Seating arrangements, can always talk about that later. No problem there. But definitely love it. Gorgeous location. Amazing. It's can be easily transformed, and that's what I love about this location. Great people to work with. They help out in any way and every way possible. For this, I have budgeted for you in the packet placed in front of you, which we'll go over a little bit more later, but I just thought I would give you a little bit of the budget. For the room, I have down 1,000. Now the room rental is a little less than that. It's the 800s or so. Once again, if we need something or something pops up, I'd rather be safe than sorry. For the food for the venue, I have down that for 300 people, it's going to be about the 7,000. Now, that's a little bit of a leeway with the bar, all that stuff. I don't know if you want to do open bar. That's going to be a little bit more, but we have leeway. So like I said, I like to keep a little extra in the budget just in case, rather than go over and be so tight budget. Next, we have the church. The church is located in T, a couple miles south of Sioux Falls. It's 10-15 minutes from your actual venue location for your reception. A great place to have it. Very open, earthy tones, so your flowers, everything like that pops. Priest is amazing, which you will have time to meet with. And like I said, we can switch this up anytime if you have any other places you'd like to go. But looking at some of the factors and, where living and everything, gorgeous place to go. I do recommend on the bottom of this slide, you see that there's petals laying on an aisle. I think this would be gorgeous in this location to do some pink petals or even yellow kind of mixed in together. And then have everybody enter the pews from the sides and just you and your wedding party walk down the center aisle. Very classy. Love it. It's so pretty. And I think that petal would just add a little extra something besides your flower decor. For the church, they do ask for a $100 donation. That is just for the time of using the church, priest you'll be talking with, and all of that. Also, they just ask that we pick up after ourselves, and I will definitely be there to do that. That is no problem. Next are decor and floral. Not sure how much floral we want to do for this wedding, but going off of kind of what you have told me, you want silver, pink, and yellow. Love the color combination. It is gorgeous. Here's a few ideas. The first thing, I think we would go with Simply Divine out of Huron. She does amazing. Her team is fantastic. Working with them in the previous years, they have been amazing. Always there to help you. What will happen is with the package I have chosen, they will be there for setup, tear down, and in between, if anything happens or, ceremony, things like that, they'll be there. You will sit down and have a few meetings with them to kind of figure out what you'd like, and then they will come up with bouquet arrangements, floral, centerpieces, and have you come back, take a look, and tweak it from there. They'll have other things sitting out so that you can kind of choose what you want. A lot of brides go on Pinterest and find quite a bit of things, and then they can tweak it to make it their own. For your venue, I have down that Simply Divine will have centerpieces, your backdrop for your head table, your floral and bouquets, chair covers, and sashes. This is down for about $2,500. Once again, leniency depending how much floral, all that stuff that you'd like to have. And in this, I have down a little bit of a description I'll go over with you. For your centerpieces, for your tables, I have white table linens with white chair covers. The runners can be pink or silver, just to give it a little switch up. And then your sashes on the chairs are going to be pink. The centerpieces, I have the top left is going to be a double fishbowl. This looks so awesome. It's just tall enough people still are able to talk to each other, but it's kind of a different concept. Gives it a little movement, things like that. In the middle, you see there's a tall cylinder with a bling band, which can also have some floral and a floating candle. Once again, we can switch this up to what you'd like. And then on the bottom right, you see 3 cylinders with pink in the bottom and a floating candle. I don't recommend the band just because that kind of would break it up for what we're kind of going for, but we can always go over this later. I'm here with you anytime, all the time, so we can definitely go over that. For your head table, I have down that I would like to do the silver glitter overlay for the head table. Just because this breaks it up and shows that you are the focus of the room. Once again, they'll have a backdrop, which I will let you talk to Simply Divine about to kind of find some ideas that you like to be behind you guys, make you guys' focal point. And on all tables, along with your head table, you'll have your votives. I recommend 3 to 4 votives per table, just to give it a little more light. And then also on your head table, you'll have your bouquet vases with some bling or something like that, just to show them off. Next up, we have your cake. I have down for your cake that it would be a 3-layer cake, probably white with silver bands, some yellow and pink flowers. Once again, you can switch this up however you want. Not going to force you to go with just one simple thing. On that, I also have 3 sheet cakes, flavors that you guys will decide when meeting with the cake lady. I will be there also if you want me to. Otherwise, you can just come back to me and I can contact after you guys have met, and go from there to figure out everything else. I do think that the 3-layer or the 3 sheet cakes, up to you. You can do that, or we can kind of switch it up. You can do some of a candy bar and less cake. Completely up to you. But for your cake, I do have down 3 tiers. I recommend the top layer to be real for your first anniversary. You can choose the middle or bottom layer to be real, to cut into for that night. Completely up to you, your choice. We can discuss at a later date. No problem. I do have down it's $500 to $1,000 for the cake. Guaranteed. Plenty of wiggle room if something comes up. You want to do cupcakes instead. We have the little wiggle room to do it. Next, we have the photographer. I have the photographer being Craig Lee from Huron, South Dakota. Does amazing work. His package I have down is going to be $4,000. Yeah, a little expensive for a photographer. Once again, little wiggle room in there. That includes your engagement photos, family photos at the wedding, your pre-wedding photos of getting ready, your first meet, all your wedding photos, family photos. After the wedding, we'll do kind of you'll travel to like the falls and a couple bars. He'll be with you to take photos. Amazing work. This gives you your all the rights to the photos along with touch-ups, anything like that. Any different kind of tones you want to switch it up to black and white, things like that. Awesome. And he's great to work with, you know, especially when you go in for your engagement photos or anything like that. Does amazing. Next up, we have our entertainment. I have down Empire Productions. Tony is my main guy to go to. He is awesome. For the DJ, I have down, it looks like I have down, oops, I'm flipping through my papers here. I have down $2,500. This includes the uplighting at the bottom left for the room. You have Tony as your DJ, also a photo booth coming in. I know many people like to enjoy that photo booth. It's so much fun to have them in. Does amazing work. Nothing but great news from this specific company. Tony, myself, great person. I have met Tony, been working with him for years. So he does amazing work, and he will keep the party rolling. If it comes to midnight and your group is still wanting to party, he will let you go for another, you know what I mean? We have wiggle room in the budget to go with a couple $100 extra to keep them going for a couple hours. You know what I mean? Completely up to you. But amazing job. And once again, we'll have a meeting with him. We can figure out everything. First dances, things like that. Kind of the rundown of the night. Next up is your transportation from your church to your reception. Once again, I had said that I would like to have you go to the falls, maybe a couple bars, just to have some bonding time with your bridal party. I have down for the Legacy bus to take you, and they are amazing. This is going to be $500. This doesn't have any wiggle room. Didn't really need any wiggle room. I have plenty of other wiggle room in the budget, so didn't need it. But that's a rental for 3 hours, which would take you to a couple of bars in the falls. And, you know, they are just amazing. We can also go over which vehicle you'd like to take, if you want a different kind of bus, things like that. We can also look at booking them bachelorette and bachelor party. Let me know. We do have some wiggle room for that also. We could get that rented. But I recommend them. They are just so easy to work with. Always on time. Get you where you need to go. I think it'll be a lot of fun to have a different kind of atmosphere like that. Okay, guys. So we have gone and covered a lot of information. I have down in front of you an overview of the whole day, of times, things to happen. I'll just go over a few things for you. The overview shows, 8 a.m. girls getting hair done, and the DJ and decorator are starting to prepare at the reception. 10 o'clock guys are getting ready. Girls are getting ready at church. The first look for the bride and groom normally is at 11 to 12. I'd like to get it at 11 just because noon, then your bridal party pictures start. The guys' photos, your photos, all of that. Family photos, I recommend 1. Ceremony start at 2. The bus will be loaded at 3. That still does give you, because your ceremony will be about a half an hour. That gives you time to figure out, are you going to greet everybody when they leave? Are you going to do, are you going to dismiss them? Are you going to do a receiving line? Completely up to you, just depends what you'd like. So we do have a little wiggle there. Your social hour will begin at 4:30. So everybody can head to the hotel, check in if they're staying the night. It can start earlier than that. I have no problem with that. I just didn't want it to get too far. 5:30, the bridal party arrives. You will have enough time to go check into your room quick. And then after that, go ahead and get back downstairs to be ready to announce into the room. Dinner will be served at 6. Speeches will be to follow. You're eating while everybody else is eating. I don't know if you want to do plated or buffet. We haven't gone over that yet. And then you have the cake cutting. The dance begins with father-daughter, first couple dance. Once again, talk to the DJ about that. And then just goes through the night. And like I said, I am here 24/7 to show you anything you need. Just give me a call. I am excited to work with this. I am ecstatic to have some fun with it. So enjoy, and hopefully I get to talk to you soon and plan your wedding.